Hello, everyone. So, hello. Now, I wrote a lot of notes down of what I'm going to speak about. I did not rehearse it and memorize all this stuff because just had too much going on. But I just got back from New York last night. I spent Palm Sunday with my mom and my family for a few days. And I was working while I was there with, as much as I can do. So I just got back last night and back into the grind today. So first off, I'm very, very excited for our May 4th and 5th regional training in Orlando, Florida. I think it's going to be a great time. We have, a few speakers going to be there. Me and Rob are going to be talking about final expense. And we have mortgage protection by Rob Boyd, annuities by Vic Rockhill. And I think Rick Rooks is going to be there, and I know that Baltimore Life, Doug, is going to be there. So it's really going to be a fun time, and we'll do as much training and hands-on, one-on-one as much as we can to get you guys all set up there, whatever you need. Okay. How awesome! Oh gosh, I see myself in the full mirror. How awesome was Gary's call? His calls are over the top notch. Dr. Gary. With all his wonderful knowledge. And as everyone knows, we always train and teach that knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is more powerful. So if you don't do it, it's not going to work, right? So I'm not sure if all of you are aware, but or paid attention, but I just went through skin cancer for the second time. March 13th, I had surgery on my leg. And back September 22nd, I had surgery on my arm. And I got to tell you, hearing that word, God is good, because I don't want to say it was nothing because it wasn't serious, but it could bring anyone down mentally. And a little bit, of course, it was in my mind until it came out. But, with prayer and faith, but it did not stop me. Nothing stops me, okay? If I'm not tied to a bed sick, I'm working. So I went to Texas and I knew it was there and it had to come out. And I just made the best of it. And then I got sick on the trip. I had a little sinus thing going on. So, and I never really get sick, and all of a sudden I'm sick. So, just so you guys know, I'm sure a lot of you out there have things going on in your everyday life. Maybe you lost someone, maybe you just don't have the money to get out the door. You don't have gas. Maybe you're new. Maybe you're in a hump, you're out there working, but then you go through your little dips. Maybe you're just feeling sorry for yourself or saying, how come I can't be like that person? But you just have to take charge and know that everybody's the same and we can all do the same thing and we can all learn from each other. So tonight I'm going to talk about 8, and you can write this down. I always talk about how you have to write stuff down because you'll never remember. 8 powerful words of the day to make you successful in your everyday life, in your career in insurance. I've always written these things down next to my bed and just looked at them every day and every night, just to apply it every day so that you don't fall into those traps of, woe me and how come and I'm tired, can't do this and all this stuff, because all of you guys on this call tonight are here for a reason. You're in insurance for a reason. You want to help people and you want to make a good life for yourself as well, right? So we always have to stay positive and strong for everyone, but it's okay once in a while to feel bad or to cry or to feel emotional, to just get it out. That's totally fine to do. And Rob knows that I do have my moments. That's what makes us unique and different, okay? Rob, shut those dogs up, please.
You can't dominate that.
Number 1.
I think you're in the wrong field. All right. Yeah.
Somebody's got to mute their phone.
Yeah.
Is that Cleveland?
That's
Cleveland, can you mute your phone?
Recuerdo ayer, girl.
Yeah, yeah, girl.
My gosh.
I didn't maybe hear right here.
Yeah.
Rob,
Here, there.
I hear Cleveland talking, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Can you mute him? Thanks. So I recognize his voice. So number one is believe in yourself. There's only one of you, right? So you have to believe in yourself and believe that you can do this. If you believe, you can and you will. If you believe, you can and you will. If you don't believe in yourself and your higher power, whatever that is, then you can't move forward. So remember that you always have to believe in yourself, because without that, there's no will, right? Number two is staying strong. Dream, believe, and achieve. So we have to stay strong, believing, dreaming, believing, and achieving, right? So you can dream about something that you want to do, but you have to believe that you can do it. And then you have to achieve it, which is apply your knowledge to achieve that task, right? So always need to stay strong in life. And in insurance, you need your inner strength. So you got to find that inner strength, that fire in you, that why you're doing this, right? And if you don't feel it right now, I want you to all go find it. Go find it in yourself, that inner feeling of being strong and finding your strength, right? Remember about something in your life that happened. Think about something that you went through already in the past. It could be last month, last year, 5 years ago. I always reminisce, probably too much in my life because I'm a thinker. Like my mother, we think and we talk out loud, but good stuff. And we think about, wow, I can't believe how far I got. I can't believe how did I get through that? So that's how you push through. You have to think about things that you went through in the past that you did not think you can overcome, and you did, right? Come on, somebody. That's what they say. Come on, somebody. There's always something. I can't talk, like somebody else would say it better than me, but you got to come on and just listen to yourself. All of you have that something or many somethings, right? That strengthen us to push us through, right? If you were working 9 to 5 at a job, I don't want to hear it. You have to get up, you have to get dressed, you have to get in the car, you got to get to work, you got to clock in, and you got to listen to that boss for 8 hours. I've done it for 23 years. You get an hour for lunch and then you go home. And then you have to travel an hour there and an hour home. So right now, you're your own boss, you have a W-2, and yes, you can work whenever you want to. We have the freedom. We have the freedom for ourselves and for the freedom of financial freedom if we choose to find it and go for it. So those are the differences of knowing that we're in charge of making our days. We are the ones that get up. If you have no work ethic and you're not coachable and you don't have sales experience by now, then this is not for you, right? It's not easy. So number 3 is never give up. Never give up. Number 3, ever. A little progress each day adds to big results, right? Never give up. A little progress each day, right, adds up to big results. So in insurance, every day, the little bit that we do or we change will result. You'll see the results later on. It's like planting seeds. We always talk about that. Rob just talked about him going to sell a policy and it smelled and he couldn't go in. And instead of losing the sale, he grabbed the business card that was on the table on the door and gave it to me. We don't know what's going to happen with that. I have a good, strong feeling that I got through to this guy and he's really successful where he is right now. And, but I'm not going to give up the faith and the hope that there's not other people out there that want to do what we have to do, what we're doing, right? So when I started in this business, I had to learn the carriers, the process, how to knock on a door, right? Each day you accomplish something and it all adds up in results, right? And you'll get better at your sales. Rob started, he did not want to door knock. He was so polished. He thought I was going to sit on the bed and make appointments for him, which I did. And believe me, I was stressed out. We had to make money because we had to pay our bills. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. After a couple of months doing that, he said, you know what? You make 6 appointments, 4 a home. I got in 2 houses and made 1 sale. You know, each day was different, but he's like, I'm better off just door knocking. I'm like, hello. So when people come in, they don't realize how great that is to door knock. And if you would have asked me 20 years ago if I was going to knock on somebody's door, I would have said, are you crazy? Are you cuckoo? I don't think my mother at 87 knows I knock on doors because she would shoot me. I really don't think she knows what I do, right? So also, when you took your exam, each of you, how many passed the first time? Not me. I don't know if you know this, but I had to stand on stage in the last company and give people the courage and the strength to keep going because I passed on my number 9 times. Is that crazy? I'm like embarrassed to say 9 times. I did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I had to take 20 hours over again. Then I went to 6, 7, 8, and I was failing by like 5 points. And I knew everything. I thought I had papers, tests, exams. I got hundreds on everything. And I could not understand why I wasn't passing. My kids were 12 and 15. I was teaching them never to give up. I'm going to get that license. I'm going to do it. And I did it on the 9th time. Thank goodness. So you can't give up. When you want something, you just have to look at it and go get it. If you want to make 10 sales in a week, you can make 10 sales in a week. If you want to do 2 senior homes a month, you can do 2 senior homes a month. We have all the tools and all the knowledge and all the resources for everyone on this call and more to do whatever they want to do. In 7 years in this business now, seeing what other companies do, talking to a million people all the time, all day long. You don't see what I do behind the scenes, but the people that I call to recruit, to hire, a lot of them I shut down because they're not for us. But there's a lot there that really want to make it work, and they're not in the right place with the right people. So number 3 was never give up. So don't give up on yourselves. Anybody on this call, I'm sure all of you had thought at one point you wanted to give up. Don't give up. Number 4, be grateful. I know all of you on this call personally. I know you're all grateful, but a grateful heart is a magnet for a miracle. A grateful heart is a magnet for a miracle and blessings. So if you have a good heart and you're a good person, you are a magnet to help so many people and so many blessings out there. I have so many clients that are like family to me. So many people, not that I just made money on, but they have helped me and touched me in more ways that you cannot even imagine. You cannot. I've had clients make me cry. I've had clients, I mean, just unbelievable, Rob will tell you. And then you have some shut the door in your face. I don't care. I put a book on the thread yesterday and I sent it to one of the agents, you know, just to not give up when you're out there door knocking. The more no's you get, the yes is going to come. It's not easy, but it's going to come. So you got to get that book. Be grateful you have a job, a business, no less. You have no boss to clock in for. You have your freedom. Like I said, financial freedom. And if you just follow our lead in our process, just follow the steps, just like if you're in a 9-to-5 job and somebody tells you this is what you need to do. Okay, Janet, every Tuesday you got to be in the conference room at 10 o'clock. Where do you think Janet is? She's in the conference room at 10 o'clock. So we have our calls. Everybody is usually on the calls. Maybe some aren't. They're lost. We don't make people be on the calls, but it's there for you for your benefit. Be grateful for retirement income life, you know, for this agency that we created within One Life and Heartland to give you guys an agency and a foundation to go represent all the retirees, all the people that are on disability, all the people collecting. I mean, we reach so many different people, right? You are an example, and you are leading and promoting retirement income life for your benefit. Be grateful for your leader who brought you in the business, who's still helping you in the business. Say thank you to them once in a while, right? Who brought you in? How did you get here? Did you get here through someone, through an old company, whatever it is? I mean, I know I'm very open in talking about how I'm here, who got me here, who I got here, how I helped get here. I'm all into spiritual things happening for a reason. You're my angel. Oh my gosh. When you're down and you pray and you think, things happen. And me and Rob was saying a couple of weeks ago, how grateful we are that in the car business, a guy that was in finance with Rob went to go sell insurance for Family First, April 2016. He didn't do that. Rob would still be in the car business. I have gray hair, more gray hair. He might have quit. I have a client calling me now, and I will call him back and it's 8 o'clock, see? So we were saying how grateful we were to him, because without him, maybe somebody else wouldn't have showed us the business, right? So we don't even know what he's doing, if he's still doing insurance, but we were grateful to him because with him, we got licensed. We branched out and passed him. We hired Rob Boyd through somebody. He left us, went to One Life. We found him a few years later, connected back with him. Who knows where he would be or if he'd even be in insurance, right? Most of you people on the call came from somewhere. Well, you all came from somewhere. So what I'm saying is, like, how'd you get here? Just be grateful. Who referred you? How did you get here? So I talked all that. I went past myself. Okay. We impacted so many people by a choice that we made. And so we're so grateful to them, right? And we're so grateful to all of you, because you know what? We don't know everything. I talk to Rob sometimes and I can't, like, I give him so many compliments, and he's not a guy for compliments. He doesn't need them or want them, but it's always nice to tell him. And I know he's my husband. I would like it a little more, honey. No, but I'm always telling him how good he is and how he's there for all of his agents, because he works very hard. So we always have to be grateful. Number 5 is actually work hard, right? So number 5, good things come to those who hustle. If you're a hustler, if you're good at work, your work ethic is great. Linda J is a hustler. She thinks out of the box. Roderick's a hustler. All of you guys are hustlers. I'm a hustler. Rob's a hustler. You got to be some type of a hustler. Gary's a hustler. You don't have to, every day, like, you do have to be able to juggle and multitask. And like I said, I always tell you about my desk. Rob could never live in this office because my hands are in so many different things. But it took me in my 7th year to be able to do that. So in the first year, it was right. If you're new in the business and you're not making money, you're not in the field enough, you don't have enough activity, you're not knocking on enough doors, you don't have enough leads, you're not doing in and ups. I can go on and on and on. There's no excuse. You got to work hard and play later. Me and Rob are probably one of the oldest in this business right now. And I hate to even say that because I feel 27. I don't look 27, but I feel 27. And I got a lot more years, but it's the youth is in the mindset. The mindset controls everything. Everything, right? So if you are a hustler and you work hard, you have good work ethic, which we all do, you are ahead of your game, right? You have to know how to juggle your business on a day-to-day schedule. If any of you out there are ever struggling on juggling and how to do something and what to prioritize, what, call me, call Rob. We'll try to help you. I'm always learning from other people too. You know, all the conference calls I've been on in my 7th year now, everybody that was doing stuff that I wanted to do, I want to be like them. I call Linda J sometimes, what are you doing? You know, I don't think I'm doing anything. I'm not doing anything different than her. She's just outworking me in the field, right? I'm not number 1 or 2 or 3 on the leaderboard. I've been on the leaderboard a couple of times, but again, I'm out there working. I do my sales. I make good money, but I run a team with my husband. So if we didn't do this for you guys, we'd make good money and we wouldn't have a team, but this is what we choose to do. That's how we want to work hard. We want to work hard to get you where you need to go, right? So you have to be organized. Have your calendar set daily. Your conference calls are always in your phone, so you know where you're going and who you're calling, what night, right? We have the WhatsApp we look at all the time. Have your route planner, your road runner going, right? So you're ready the next day. I'm already, tonight when I hang up before I go to bed, I look on my couch. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, little sticky notes. And all my files and all my things and all my appointments for Monday is on Monday and Tuesday is on Tuesday, Wednesday, plus it's in my calendar. So when I leave in the morning, I got my pile and I just go. I look at my phone the day before, I see who I have to call, who I have to say I'll see you in the morning. So I know what I'm doing because we always get surprised when we get to the door. Rob doesn't like to call ahead because he figures I'm just going to go because it gets me out. If they're home, they're home. If they're not, this way, they don't say, oh, I forgot, I don't want to be there. But sometimes if I build enough rapport with them, I do call them and say I'm on my way because sometimes I have so many other things I can do. I'm not going to waste time running there. So I kind of just juggle what I feel like I want to do. If I feel like calling them or if I don't, if I want to show up. But if you make the appointment today for tomorrow, you just go. If you made it 3 days ago on Friday for Tuesday, good luck. You can't go that far out. So if you need any help with that, you just let us know, okay? While you're out in the field, always be up for twists and turns. Clients aren't home, like I just said. The door's shut in your face. Find open doors. I don't care that that lady just shut the door in my face. That door is open, so I'm going to walk next door. Hey, how you doing? I'm Janet Appel, blah, 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 blah. Did anyone ever stop by and give you one of these cards? No? Okay, you got 5 minutes? Boom. That's it, right? If they're on the way out, you get their number, you put it in your phone. Always have your phone with you. You know, you have to be like those Amazon people, not Amazon, but like those people that knock on the door. And like with the appointments, they want the appointments. You got to be that person. You know, I'm here to make the appointment so I could knock you off my list. So you find the open doors, you do more presentations, you set more appointments. You go to the senior apartment centers and the churches as you pass by. A couple of weeks ago, I passed by a senior center. I saw everybody in the parking lot. And as I passed, I'm like, should I go there or not? Yeah, I'm going to go. I turned back around, parked in the parking lot, went inside, talked to the two guys, got the lady's number who wasn't there. She said, call next week. I called, and now I'm set up for April 25th. I got to get her confirmation because she has to go to the board with it or something. So it's still not set in stone. But again, I'm moving, I'm going, I'm doing, right? All right. So don't let them pass you by. Go home if you got nothing to do in between appointments, or if you're home on a call and you get off, Google all the senior homes in Ghana, all the senior homes in whatever county you're in, and call them, or just show up. Actually, just show up. Take a day and just go out and just knock on the door. Number 6, stay humble. Always be humble. You work hard in silence and let success make the noise. Isn't that a good one? Stay humble. Work hard in silence and let your success make the noise. So maybe that's me a little bit in a way. I do stay humble. I work hard in silence. And of course, I'm out there and I do my thing with you guys. But what I'm saying is I'm just doing it. Just because you don't see me, posting 10,000 apps a day doesn't mean I'm not working. And let success make the noise. When my kids call me and they're in college and they need money or they need something, I got it for them because I don't ever want to say no to them, right? We don't want to be in that position again. So I absolutely love that saying, let success make the noise. Now, how powerful is that, right? So an example is if you are genuine and you're an ethical person and you always stay humble through everything in life, right? And you work behind the scenes in silence, before you know it, the success will start talking and making the noise. I taught for 8 years. I was a teacher from 2008 or 9 into 2016, 17 till I started insurance. And then I weaseled my way out as the kids grew. And I used to tell them like personal stories, no matter what grade it was elementary or middle or even high school. Mostly the 4th, 5th graders, the middle schools were terrible. But I would talk to them and I'd have teachers say, Miss Appel, are you rich? And I would say, no, I'm not rich, but I'm rich in life. How powerful is that? When you're rich in life, it's not always about money, but when you don't have it, it's something. We always have to pay a bill. We always want something. But if we can just get through, and just do minimal, anything extra is gravy, right? So that's what you need to do. Stay humble. So if you set your goals, 3 to 5 apps a week, or even more. In the last company, I would do 8 to 10 a week. And if I only did 5, I was happy. But I always said, I'm going to do 10. I'm going to do 10. But now I'm getting so busy with everything else. I can't say I'm going to do 10. So at least if I do 5 or 6, and if I do 3 to 4, I'm happy. But 3 to 5 is really cool if you could sell at least 3 to 5 a week. It should not be hard for anyone. What can you do to change that if you're not reaching your goals, right? Challenge yourself, but always stay humble and know that these things happen for a reason. When things don't work out. My daughter's in college her first year. She's doing awesome. She's getting A's. She's going to be a nurse. She struggles through a couple of things and she only calls us when and if she needs to. And she calls dad first, of course. But she struggled about a month ago through a girl that she did everything for, her roommate. And then she kind of flat leaves it for her boyfriend, even though Danielle has a boyfriend. And Danielle was strong about it. And she kept being nice to the girl and this and that. And then she was finally done. And she goes, I'm done. I don't need friends like this. And I said, you know what, Danielle? When one door closes, 7 opens. And she said that she got like 7 new nurse friends in her other class. And Danielle was very content with 1 boyfriend and 1 friend. She's like, Mom, stop. I don't need a lot of friends. I said, well, if this friend decides to do a 360, what's going to happen? And that's what happened to her. But they have to learn on their own. So when one door closes and Miss Betty closed the door, Mr. Betty's going to open his door, right? So that's what you always have to keep in your mind. So number 7 is be kind. Kindness makes you the most beautiful. When you are kind, like having a good heart. I don't brag about myself, but over the years, I've heard from a few different people that I have such a huge heart. And I have people buying me, I have a chain with a heart. She actually got me a heart. And when you're kind to someone, it shows your goodness in your heart, right? And, you know, we know where that comes from, the Holy Spirit. I mean, in my belief anyway, just our own sense of well-being. Kindness makes you beautiful. And so always be kind to others, right? All our clients need to see how kind we are, right? How we help them like we care. Like Gary talks about on his calls. He's like, you know, they like to know that we care. We're not selling. They want to know, they want to like us for us, right? Not for the product. So that every one of you on this call are kind people. You have a good heart. You have to not look at sales as sales. You have to look at it as helping. When Rob came from the sales business, selling cars and doing finance, he came to insurance. And I said, well, you know what, hon, you know, insurance isn't for everyone because not everyone could sell. And he said, I don't look at it as selling. And ever since he told me that, like 7 years ago, I'm like, you know what, you're right. I've sold a lot of things in my life. I had a wedding invitation for a wedding invitation business for brides. I did expos and all of that. I did the wedding invitations back in 1999, right before we got married. I had a nutrition business, which I still do, and I still have, helping people with nutrition. And now I'm selling insurance, but you could sell anything if it helps people. But you can't have insurance breath written right here, like, oh my gosh, like, look so sad. I got to sell, I got to sell. You have to go there, smile like Linda J every day and just put on a smile and just be you. So the eighth tip actually is keep smiling, right? So when you smile, somebody else can't help but smile, right? But if you have a mean face, like sometimes I have a mean face and the kids think I'm mad at them, Rob's like, what's the matter? If I'm not walking around like this all day, he's like, what's the matter? I'm like, nothing. So it's so funny. But because of your smile, you make life more beautiful. So when you get out of the car and you go to the door, I am always smiling. I'm waving at the window. I see the guy the other day getting up and I'm like waving to him as he's coming around and he's like, do I know this girl? You act like you know them already, right? You wave as you're smiling. Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing? How are you? And they're like, good, how are you? What the heck? They're like, what just happened over here? You're not that typical salesperson. So it could be really, really infectious, right? So Linda J and Manny, I don't know if Manny's on the call, but I know Linda J is, but you know, all of you guys that are on here, I don't even know who's all on, but you all smile. And I don't know what you do when you're at the door and how you talk to people and stuff like that, right? But Linda J and Manny, let me tell you something. Those two, as soon as you talk to them, you can't not be in a good mood. I mean, seriously. I mean, as soon as you say hello to them and they're smiling and talking, everything is with a laugh and a talk and a smile and a happy and a happy. And not everybody can do that. Like, I'm happy a lot, but you know, I have my, yeah, okay. But she's like, always like, go, happy, all the time. Like, it's so infectious. It's contagious. It's like, it's great. And, you know, everyone out there has something. You know, Roderick, he's awesome when he smiles too. He has a beautiful white teeth smile. He's so humble. He's so easy to talk to. He's so good with his clients. He's so likable. Like, you know, I see him, I see his presence. He dresses sharp. I mean, wonderful. Benita, another one. That smile glows. I met her at conference. She's new on the team. I love her. She dresses nice. She smiles. She's outgoing. Beautiful. I don't know who else is on this call. Marilyn, she's another one. Awesome, smiling, happy, just amazing. And so the people you hang out with, you're going to become them, right? Hopefully you become them. You hang out with the people that smile. So just always, it doesn't mean she's never crying. It doesn't mean Linda never has a moment of whatever, but just, I'm sure, she prays and she's a preacher and she's out there with her community and she's just serving and paying her bills and she's got grandchildren and children and she loves everyone. She has nothing bad to say about anybody. That's amazing. That's a gift right there. And Roderick too. I mean, I don't know anyone else that well. Gary, I know he's a great person too. He'll take the shirt off his back for you too. In the little bit that I know him a few months, Sarah's also always smiling. I see her always smiling. I don't know how she is at the door, but she's always smiling. Andrea, she's getting back in there. She's always has a happy face. She's so good with the clients. I can't wait to get back out there with you and Andrea. Wait till you meet her. She's awesome too. She knows her stuff. She just has to learn, our way from the other way we did things. But she's awesome too, great with people and a good person to heart. We've stayed friends from the other company. She's just coming on with us. And she's a true good person because she didn't turn on us when we left. Like I could cry right now. And her and her mother were there for us. They wished us well and they prayed on us. And I'll never forget that. See, look, I'm tearing up. So stay humble. So anyway, I think I'm done. If I didn't call on you, Joe Tisler, he's another one. He's awesome. Hopefully we can get you out in the fields more. You're great with people. Cleveland, you're another one. You're awesome. I mean, all of you guys. So I just think that if you follow these 8 tips every day, if you want a copy of the 8 tips and you didn't write them down, you should have, but I can send it to you and post it. I will open up now for a couple of questions for the next few minutes. If anyone has any questions for me.
Real quick, Dan, I missed tip number 8.
Oh, okay. I like that you're writing down and paying attention. Oh, the last one, number 8, is keep smiling. Yay. Keep smiling.
Okay.
Anybody else miss a tip? I'll actually say them all right now if you want to write them down. Number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, stay strong. Number 3, never give up, ever. Number 4, be grateful. Number 5, work hard. Number 6, stay humble. Number 7, be kind. And number 8, keep smiling. Keep smiling. You know that song, keep shining. Only, wait, keep smiling, keep shining. Only you can hold on me for sure. Oh, that's what friends are for. I see Andrea laughing. I don't know if you're that old to know that song. Keep smiling, keep shining. So I can't sing. I'm glad I have insurance as a job. So anyway, anybody have any questions? No? All right, well, if you need any training or tips or struggling, anything, and you don't want to call Rob all the time, I'm always here for you. I know most of you do call on me, so I appreciate that. And, I'm going to be doing a Zoom call on Friday just for the people who are already out there doing lunches and want to be able to do lunches for a few people. So down the road, as you get out there, the new guys, and get going, if you need any extra help with that, I don't know if Rob will tape it or not for Friday, but we can definitely send that to you, okay? And and one more thing, I know some of you, we have a women's call every other week with One Life, and I've been on a couple of them. I think I missed this last Monday because I was in New York and I couldn't jump on, but it is very good and powerful for the women. And I was going to try, I don't know if we have too many going on, or how many women we have that would be interested in having a little women's group together. I would like to coordinate that. Maybe I can do a women's little group for women. We can do like a spa, a weekend or something. We can have some incentives for the women power, because we really need to get the woman power too, because it's not always about the men, right? So Sarah had asked about that. Looking for something like that. So maybe I'll put something together if you want to let me know if you're interested, and we could maybe once a month have a women's meeting. Okay. All right, guys? right.
Great job, Jan. Seriously, very good job.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Inspiring as usual, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you.
I tell you, it's so nice to hear Cleveland back on these calls.
I know. I see Linda with a little baby. Who's that?
That's my granny.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome.
So cute. Learning.
I missed that age, but I don't miss the diapers.
Oh, I know it. Ooh.
Ugh.
Sir. She talking about you.
Ugh.
Did you record it, Rob, for people who?
I did record it. This will be, the recording for this will be on the mylifetraining.biz website under the video library.
Video library, got it.
Okay. And so.
All right,
I'm gonna go
guys,
ahead and-
all have a good night. We'll see you on board. And if you need anything else, whatever that is, just ask for help. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Mhm.
Bye.
Good night. Thanks, Miss Jan.